We're asking that they look into some of the things that they've been taught and identify if some of those things are things that might be best to unlearn and learn something new instead.
A huge focus of MSU's Women's Center is preventing and dealing with sexual assault. Fitting with the college theme, it takes the form of education events and a strong presence on campus, though they feel that education needs to come sooner.
It's incredibly important that we program at the college level, absolutely. But I think it's also important that we begin having these conversations earlier and earlier and earlier, even around consent. We don't teach consent at young ages. We expect, for example, that we should be able to just touch a child if we want to pick up a kid or give a kid a hug. We don't ask questions like, can I hug you? Is that okay? And then expect to hear no and be okay with that no, right? So it goes back really, really far. And it's very important that we have conversations around consent because they often are not had at other times, but that's also very difficult to unlearn, to teach something brand new in a short amount of time with a college student who's had their entire life maybe learning something different, either directly or indirectly.
The misconceptions and rape myths those at the Women's Center try to combat at first glance can appear to be a relatively ineffective tool, but they're playing the edges, trying to limit as many possibilities for rape where it's an issue of consent rather than force. It ends up being a direct response to the limitations sexual assault tends to find in courts.
Educating and talking about this is vitally important. And that will do more to change these outcomes than throwing these situations into the justice system and hoping that you're bending the curve here. I think there's hope. I think younger people get this.
Things that happen out in society as a whole do have an effect. I started handling sexual assault cases about 13 years ago, and I think that jurors now are more sophisticated about issues of sexual assault, and I think it's just, with anything, comes along slowly.
In Mankato, Ryan Gustafson, KEYC News 12.